Hey, Dr. Bob here with Active Life Chiropractic. I just want to shoot this short video and I want to show you what the sciatic nerve pain actually is. I want to show you a typical case of what I would normally see and how I work to actually eliminate the pain. But I will say up front, sciatic nerve pain is one of the most common things that I see because it's some of the most excruciating pain that someone can experience. And it starts typically in the lower back or the hip area, and the sciatic nerves travel down the legs. So the pain usually travels down with that. But once it starts to travel, it's a huge nerve, so it's gonna create some pretty bad pain. And somebody's usually rating it, when they come into our office, like if 10 is the worst pain you've ever felt, most people are rating it a minimum of 6. And a lot of people will work it up to like an 8, a 9, or even a 10. A lot of people won't put a 10 down because they feel like they like to save the 10 for childbirth, because everyone always says childbirth or a broken leg is a 10. So people won't put a 10, and they'll tell me, I feel like it's a 10, I just don't want to go all the way there and take that number away from the women that have children. And it hurts pretty intensely. And most people will tell me that they have trouble getting comfortable at night, so they can't go to sleep. If they sit for a long time, it makes it worse. If they stand for a long time, it makes it worse. So at the end of the day, if they're sitting over a computer and working, it's really bad. And as they leave their job, it'll wake up with pain because your spine expands at night. You actually get taller at night. And then when you go throughout the day, gravity compresses it. So when it's expanding, if the nerve has pressure on it, you're just pulling it tighter. So normally people will wake up with pain and think it's a mattress issue. And it's usually not. And more than likely, it's going to be some sort of an alignment issue within your body, and that's pinching the nerve off. And the alignment problem is going to come from either an alignment problem within your hips, your spine, or within a disc, or it's going to come from a muscle imbalance. And with most people that I see, it's usually a combination of all of the above, but we have to work on all of this to make sure that we eliminate the problem and it doesn't keep coming back over and over again. So a lot of patients I see will have tried to work on the muscle aspect themselves, and they'll say it feels a little bit better, I'm really tight, but it's just not going away. It means there's something else to it, and it's more than likely going to be coming from an alignment issue. So I want to show you what that actually looks like on a diagram, and then I'll show you an example of a quick x-ray, and then show you how to actually treat this type of problem. Okay, so let me show you what the sciatic nerves look like. So on my diagram here, they're the yellow nerves that come off in these two areas, and they run down the back of the legs. They come all the way down behind your knees, calves, and then definitely go into your foot on each side. And that's the numbness and tingling or the pins and needles that people will experience a lot of time. But more than likely, the problem is going to be coming from this area up through here. Somewhere within the hips, the spine, something is going to be imbalanced. That's putting pressure on the nerve, so it's pinching it off. So that's normally what I have to work on. So these nerves come off, they run down this way and this way. They're about the size of your pinky, so they're pretty intense. It's pretty bad pain when it comes on. And when I'm talking about alignment, what that typically looks like, I'll show you an x-ray here. Yeah, so on my x-ray here, this is a patient that came in not too long ago. And when we look at this x-ray, we're looking at her left hip, we're looking at her right hip, and we're looking at her lumbar spine that comes up this way. So you can't see a nerve on an x-ray, but it's typically going to be pinched off somewhere in this region. And you can see this pretty clear as day on her. So her left hip sits a lot higher than her right hip does. This is actually where the line hits. That's where the hip should be if I went straight across. And her hip's about a ½ inch to an inch shorter on this side. And then her lumbar spine, I draw a red dot, or I place a red dot on the center of each bone, and they should line up one on top of another or go along the pencil line that I drew there. And when we look at her spine, it's pretty easy to see how far off balance things are. So that's a pretty big misalignment. Now the way I'm going to treat this patient is we're going to work on adjusting her hips. We're going to do chiropractic adjustments to her lumbar spine. We're going to try to balance this out much better so that this hip goes up, this hip goes down, spine starts to go back to the center. We're going to clear pressure off of the sciatic nerves on each side. And then there'll be a muscle component to this also. So you always have to work on that muscle, because if you don't, the chances of the problem coming back are pretty high. And it's all about creating muscle memory. So in this case, you can't see the muscles either. But from what I see with the alignment issues, it shows me muscles on this side are going to be short, muscles on this side are going to be long. So we're going to strengthen this side, we're going to weaken this side, and we're going to bring all this back into alignment. And that's just what happened with her. So I started treating her. Her pain level was like a 8 out of 10, and a couple of adjustments into it, she was down to a 6 out of 10. A couple of adjustments later, she was down to a 4 or a 5 out of 10. Started working on releasing the muscles, and then her pain went away completely, and it hasn't returned since then. So anyway, I just wanted to shoot this quick video, show you what it looks like if you are suffering from sciatic nerve pain, if you've tried some different things for it, medications, maybe you tried stretching it, maybe you tried exercise. The alignment issue is definitely something to look at. If you like this video, make sure you like it, comment, share it. Make sure you go on our website. It's www.activelifenc.com. And you'll see our service rates online. Try to give us a call, book an appointment, and let me look and see if I can actually help you with sciatic nerve pain.